Good morning, everybody. Hello.
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 Welcome to Conscious Life Collective, to Sunday series. My name is Julia Birnatsky. I am the co-founder of Conscious Life Collective and the founder of Untamed Hearts.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Mikki, and I am a co-founder as well of Conscious Life Collective. And I am so excited to bring you all this really special connection that we're doing every Sunday at 12. And we are joined by a spiritual and Kabbalah teacher. Michael Ocher is joining us for our Consciousness and Energy of the Week connection. And the inspiration behind this weekly series is to be conscious about what is happening in the cosmos and in the world, and to be able to help us to be personally more in alignment with the energy and guided by the energy that is available to us in the universe, and most importantly, how to make the best choices for our upcoming week.
It's great. Thank you, Mikki.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, Michael. So this week is huge, right?
Yeah.
This week is all about healing. It's also the beginning of the full moon tonight, right, Michael? Tonight, tomorrow. Yeah. So there's so much going on and so many things to be aware of, to be paying attention to in a way that we can harness that energy, bring it into our lives, and make the best of it, and also to be aware of things to do and not to do, and go for it, maybe wait a little bit, right? So I have this question. So there's this physical health and there's a spiritual health. Could we talk about this a little bit? How are those two things aligned, or is it really a one thing?
Yeah, that's a great question. Kabbalistically and spiritually, it's definitely one and the same, because it says that whatever is in the upper world is also in the lower worlds. Whatever is happening in our soul, in our conscious, is going to reflect on our body. And actually, the reason why they say, why you can do palm and face reading and know if someone believes in that, if how you can tell about a person's character just by looking at their palm and face, it's because our physical features actually express our souls. So it's all connected, it's all one and the same. There's no difference. And if a person is experiencing something in the physical, it means it's also happening in the spiritual. So you shouldn't look at the physical and spiritual, conscious or mental as separate things. It's completely unified, completely one and the same. So you always want to, it's a good way to know, actually, if there's something happening in your body, then you can actually look within, and it might be a sign of something that's happening in your conscious, in your soul. Like, there's a great book, I forgot the author now, Yulia, you probably know, that tells about if there's a certain ailment in the body.
Yeah, there's Louis Hay has a great book. Yeah.
If there's something happening in the body, then you immediately know that it's something of a spiritual nature, right? It's not different things. And it's actually, also I remember when my teacher, the Rav, would talk about health or physical ailments, he would say, don't just treat the issue, but if a certain part of your body is experiencing discomfort or pain, ask it, talk to it. Ask the body part, okay, so why is it hurting? What's really going on? What's the issue? What's the emotions or spiritual reason for this discomfort? And not just to immediately run and try to cure it with drugs and just to numb the pain, but to actually go deeper into the spiritual and see what's happening on a spiritual level to cure the issue.
So in other words, we go into the cause of why it's happening, why the disease or health issue is where is it stemming from, right? We go into the cause instead of dealing with the symptoms and with the effect of it, which we need to deal with for sure.
Of course.
Like for example, I remember that kidneys very much connected to the fears that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So if person has a lot of fears, chances are it might be damaging kidneys, and vice versa. If kidneys are not in a good health, one of the places to look at is what are we afraid of, or where are the fears that maybe we can release, unblock, let go of fears, and start the healing from there. And then, of course, do everything medically that needs to be done, but eliminating the cause.
Not to think that just by treating the physical, that's all you need to do, but also to look at it as to look at your body as a spiritual instrument. To look at it, okay, what is my body? What is my instrument telling me today? How do I feel? What do I need? What should I do? If you're in the it says if you're in the right place, you might feel a boost of energy, right? So if you are feeling that boost of energy, think about, okay, why is this happening to me right now? And if you are backwards, if you're experiencing a lack of energy, think about, okay, how can I move my energy more? How can I push my light within me so I don't feel this way? So it's an amazing, amazing instrument. But to always remember that, also like the saying goes, that we're not physical beings having a spiritual experience, we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. So to make sure that your physical experience is also good.
Love that. And it's so powerful. Somebody is commenting, and unfortunately I can't see the name of the person, but they're saying that Michael really helped me to discover where my sciatica pain was coming from a few months ago.
Yeah. It's really amazing. The moment you look at something from the spiritual, from the conscious, and then realize that, wow, this is actually not a physical thing. It also makes it easier, because when you have an ailment, God forbid, and you kind of only look at the physical, it's kind of confusing, and it makes it a little bit worrisome that you're like, where's it coming from? Why do I have it? What's the cause? Where is this coming from? The confusion is, the worst thing in our life. So when you have clearly understand, oh, so this is also connected to this aspect of myself, that when I overcome my fears, like you said, when I become more brave, more courageous, more fearless, then things become easier for me. So it really helps a lot of people.
I love that. And so we're saying like spiritual health, and I think that our spiritual practice, connection, like everything that we do spiritually, very much connected to our desires.
Yes.
Right? So how do we bring health into our desires? How can we connect the desire and to have healthy desires, to have desire for more peace, for example? Or how do we, because we want all kinds of things. How do we align ourselves so that we manifest reality that brings health and healthy spiritually and physically?
It's a good question. So, in general, health is very much connected to the sense of peace. The more peace a person experiences, the more the person is able to really, it's considered one of the most important feelings that you should have, the feeling of peace, the state of peace. It says that it's one of the ultimate vessels for Creator's light is the state of peace. And it is a beautiful state to be in. I'm sure everyone experiences moments when they experience total peace in their life, and when they just felt at such peace and comfort and certainty and just relaxation that, you know, nothing felt like nothing will go wrong. And that's actually one of the goals of spirituality from a Kabbalistic perspective, is that you want to achieve a state of peace, tranquility, and serenity like you've never experienced before. And that is something that we should be going after constantly. And also to remember, like you mentioned, Yulia, that desire is very much connected to health. That the sense, having a healthy desire, but that might sound interesting, you know, it's not something that you would think right away, but desire is very much connected to us. Kabbalistically, we are desires. We are beings of wants. We are beings that want everything, you know, and we are meant to experience more and more fulfillment in our everyday life more than ever, you know, literally nonstop. So when a person has lack of desire, it's actually an indication that the health might start to be affected by that also. And if you want to be really healthy, you want to have a very healthy and big desire for physical, but more importantly, spiritual things in life, for spiritual elevation, that you are craving to grow spiritually more than anything. And it says, you know, whatever our desires is targeted towards, that's what we'll be assisted to do. So if my desire will be, wow, I want to be closer to the light, closer to the creator, closer to the balance of the universe. I want to be have more love, more peace, more tranquility, more giving, more kindness. If I will be going after those things, then more and more healing will come into my life, actually. If I will think more about how I can help others, how I can contribute, how I can be more in a state of giving, in a balanced way, of course, then I'm going to bring more and more light of healing into my life. So it's a beautiful combination. It's not so intuitive when I was thinking about it, about healing, that it's connected to desire, right? How much you want, how much craving do you have? But it is totally connected. And just a very good example is, for example, if someone has cancer, God forbid, then, you know, one of the ultimate first steps that they have is the desire to get cured. That's step one, right? If they have no interest, no desire, no motivation to overcome this or any other ailment, then it's going to be much harder to heal it. And the ultimate way, and you know, it's very simple. Most of the time, when people are sick with cancer, they have to switch their lifestyle completely, right? They have to eat healthy. They have to have less processed food, more wholesome food, more meditation, more mindfulness, etc. Think about spiritual concepts, and that will help them be cured. So it's very funny that we, you know, you don't want to be in that state where you're pushed to it. You want to proactively be in that. So the way to tell if I'm healthy or how I'm feeling is how much peace and tranquility I'm able to experience every single day of my life. Am I able to experience peace and tranquility on a constant basis, or is it something that's difficult for me to achieve? So if it is difficult for me to achieve, then I need to look and see, what am I not letting go of? What should I change in my lifestyle? What should I change in my diet and my behavior and my beliefs, etc.? That will make it better for me. So desire is very, very directly connected to healing, directly connected. And also, you know, I'm sure your listeners know about the different names of the creator. And one of the names of the creator is connected to healing. It's the name of Memeshin. And what's interesting is the numerical value of that name. And we know numerical values tell us about the deeper essences of those names. Is same numerical value as the word for desire, or ratzon. So healing and desire is directly connected to each other. It's not two separate things.
Yeah, so we prepared a card. So I very often at Untamed Hearts, I very often engrave those letters on the jewelry because people love to wear it. And when you are wearing it, not only you are receiving it, but also people when they look at it with their eyes, just by virtue of just scanning it, connecting it visually, the letters have vibration. So it's totally not logical, it's metaphysical, it's spiritual, it's Kabbalistic combinations that were revealed that have the letters, combination of letters that equal vibration of energy. It's nothing else other than vibration of energy of healing. And so we just wanted to share this with you guys. If you want to take it and just it's very nice to have it with you, not only this week, but anytime in your life. This is the combination. If you want to connect and bring healing into your life, or you want to share it with other people, you meditate by looking at these letters. They have vibration. It's kind of when you say om and there's a vibration that goes through your body. The same thing happens here. You look at these letters and logic is not involved. You receive vibration of energy and it becomes the transmitter of energy of healing, whether you're requesting it for yourself or sending it to individual person or to the whole world. It's a beautiful thing to do. And Michael, maybe if we could do maybe at the end meditation, maybe we can envision these letters right during the meditation, so you guys have those letters already and look at them. But before we do that, I wanted to ask you about the 3 weeks that we are entering, right? And anything you want to share with us, because I know it's very important. I know I've been studying Kabbalah for a number of years, and I know I always listen to these times that cosmically are available for us, energetically are available for us. And if we can align ourselves with it, it just gives us more strength, more tools, optimizes our energy in a way so that we can use it in the best way on emotional, spiritual, and practical levels. So I would love to know about that.
Awesome. Yes. So we know that we're in very powerful months of the year, the sign of Cancer, and following is the month of Leo. It's 2 very powerful signs. They are extremes in that one is very much the element of water, and it's governed completely by the moon. And then we have the sign of Leo that is ultimate fire sign and governed just totally by the sun. And they're right next to each other. And it's the summer, it's the peak of energy, peak of summer, peak of how much sun we usually have. And we have a Kabbalistic calendar that tells us about spiritual weather, kind of, that's happening upstairs. So the Kabbalists would always look at it and say, okay, so what kind of, if you want to plan something, buy a new house, move somewhere, plan a wedding, sign a contract, anything like that, do meditations and spiritual work, you want to look at the calendar. It's actually going to guide you. When is the best day to do those things? And there is a certain time of the year when it's called, I love how it's explained, it's called the ozone layer of our spirituality, of our spiritual world, is actually leaving. What does it mean, an ozone layer? It says that actually the upper worlds, the creator actually wants to help us and wants to kind of like shower us with much more light than we can receive. There's a beautiful quote in the Talmud that says, no matter how much the calf wants to drink, the mother also always wants to give it so much more milk. So in the same way with us and the creator actually, the life that we're living right now is nothing of what the creator wants to offer us. The creator wants to offer us so much. The universe, the creator, the light, whatever you want to call it. That's why a beautiful thing always to ask whenever you're experiencing something good, or what, in any situation, and it comes from conscious, I forget how it's called, that belief, that modality. But the question is, how does it get any better? So whenever you're experiencing something, always say, how does this get any better? Never settle. Never be like, oh, this is so amazing, I'm just going to enjoy it. No, how does it get any better? Constantly. Because the creator, you want to always understand that you're meant to receive more. Always meant to receive more. Now, usually we have a kind of a buffer between us and this system of that wants to fulfill us. And that actually makes it easier for us because it creates kind of like a protection shield. Because if you're not ready for something and someone wants to give you too much energy, too much light, it might burn you out. Now, during these 3 weeks, which actually start this Wednesday night, this protective shield, this ozone layer, is going to be removed. It's going on a 3-week vacation, you can say. And at this 3-week vacation, the energy is going to be amplified to probably 100. You know, it's going to be so much more powerful, so much more visceral. You know, we're going to feel it. There's going to be, maybe you can say, pressure around you. You're going to feel like things are just like what's going on. You know, it's very intense. So actually, Kabbalistically, we want to amplify all our spiritual practices. This is the way for you to go through this time in the smoothest, easiest, most pleasant and merciful way, is to amplify your spirituality. Make sure that you start your day with a spiritual practice and not just running into it and just blindly going forward, but amplifying spirituality and actually creating our own ozone buffer layer between us and too much light. So this time it's recommended to keep a very low key physically, not to be, you know, try to, whatever it means for you to be more spiritual, do it 3 times more during this time. Whatever it might mean, whether it's meditation, whether it's volunteering, whether it's study, whether it's journaling, whatever it is, you want to amplify that. Because the energy will become like the sun will kind of be stronger. Imagine if you're in a desert and the sun is burning bright and all of a sudden it gets even stronger, right? It's almost hard to bear. So you want to create this protection shield of your own that's going to guide you and protect you in this time period. Because this time period, things will be, it's like we're going to be more exposed. You know, it's like you're burned or something. You know, everything might irritate you and everything becomes difficult. So you want to come into that prepared. And you do that by amplifying spirituality, by doing whatever it is that you do on your daily basis. If you don't start doing something, start to do it more. Start to do it more in depth. And that's the ultimate guideline that the Kabbalists give us, that work on yourself, look internally, do introspection, much, much more during this time, because it's almost the veils of confusion and illusion will be lifted. And everything that is true will be shown to us, and everything that is false will also be shown to us. So we're going to know exactly what is good and what is bad for me. Again, we always have free choice. The creator has absolutely no right and no ability unless we give the creator that light to help us and to show us. But during this time, it's going to be a little bit more pressure, a little bit more like, you know, you're going to feel like, well, like something isn't, you know, moving right. So when that happens, when you feel it physically also, look within and say, okay, so why am I experiencing this? What's going on? Why should look within? Is something bothering me? Should I forgive someone? Should I let go of something? These are always things that we always want to do, right? Whenever you enter a new space, you should always say, you know what, I forgive everyone, and I hope they forgive me in this space. So you kind of like make it an easier energy. And you want to say, I love everyone here. I love you all. I love everyone here. I love everyone. Those are always spiritual sayings that when you say them, it invites the energy of the creator more into that space. Okay? So those are very practical tools. I enter a new space, I say, I forgive everyone here and I hope they forgive me. And please forgive me. I love everyone. And also you can always say, how does it get any better? Whenever something is happening, and the point is to ask a question. It's never about finding the answer. Or just ask a question. How does it get any better? And that's it. So just to be more prepared, to be more conscious that energy is going to be amplified. Everything will be more personal, more sensitive. Everything will feel like people are attacking me or going after me, or why is this not fair? Don't fall into that. Always be in the proactive state. Always be in a state of peace, in a state of tranquility and happiness. Happiness is obviously every component of health, is that happy people don't get sick, right? Which is true. And like we said in previous online transitions that we have, that if you're happy during this month, you're going to be protected from all health ailments. So be happy proactively, no matter what's happening. Just force yourself, you know?
It's so powerful. And I just wanted to ask you, it's also not the time to create conflict, right? So should we avoid conflict? That's what it sounds like to me. Or
Yeah. Well, you know what? Because of this amplified energy, excuse me, we'll be a little bit more prone to be conflict and blame and point fingers, get upset at others, get upset at ourselves, get upset at the universe, at the government, whatever it is. So not to take it so much far out, you know, to bring it in, to keep your space of happiness, of peace, of connecting to the light, connecting to the universe. That's my ultimate direction and compass, and not to let other people alter my, shift me from that balance.
I think this connection is really great to replay. You know that I would want to watch it again because it's really great to just hear that sometimes again.
Yeah.
Just like this. Just whatever, a very simple way, just to be able to, when we need it, if something comes up and we're getting a little bit reactive and we need a little bit extra support, I think the easiest thing is to just replay this short video and just get reconnected to that center, to that balance, to that healthy desire. And I love what you were saying, Michael, to do more of things that feed our soul, feed our spiritualities, feed whatever it is for you, whatever you guys are practicing. So this is the time to do it, and it kind of aligns with what we started with, our spiritual health, because that's what it is also, right? To know when to go deeper, and right now we're amplifying it.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we can do a meditation and a special connection so we can take it with us for the next week.
Definitely. Yes, let's do a meditation. We'll use a meditation of going up to the light, up to the creator, entering a theta brainwave, and connecting to the ancient text of the Zohar to help us create this protective shield, and using the names. And the ultimate thing is to be open. The ultimate thing is to be relaxed, is to be in a state of receiving energy. So if you want, just close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths with your stomach, with your belly, with your diaphragm, and not your upper body. And then I want you to center your consciousness in your heart. And then imagine sending your consciousness to the middle of the earth, to the core of the earth, where there is so much more energy. And you want to scoop and pull this energy from the middle of the core of the earth and send it all the way to the bottom of your feet, and feel it coming up through your feet, through your calves, through your knees, through your thighs, your buttocks, your whole body, your arms, your neck, your head, filling you with new, fresh energy. And then peaking at the top of your head, and almost like in a fountain way, forming a beautiful ball of light above your head. And then pretend that you are in this ball of light. Observe the color that it is. It can be different color every day if you do this meditation daily. It can be different colors. And observe when you're looking at the world from this ball of light and see how perfect everything is around you. And then you want to, this ball can travel faster than the speed of light, and you want to gently let it go above your head. Imagine it going above the building that you're in, and actually traveling again faster than the speed of light, traveling into our solar system and passing through all the galaxies, through all the constellations to the edge of the universe, passing through the edge of the universe and going through layers of light and dark, going higher and higher and higher, and then entering a plane that is very bright light. Keep going higher. And then you enter, next plane feels like golden light, soothing golden light. This is our spiritual family. You're going to feel a sense of home here. This is where all the ascended masters are abiding right now. You go up higher to the next plane that feels like thick water or jello. And here you might see geometrical shapes, colors. And if you can, imagine a pink mist, a pink cloud. This is the angel or the law of compassion. Touch it and it will help you go even higher. And you want to see in the distance an opening of pearl-like shining light. And you want to see yourself go closer to this opening and go through this opening. And enter the seventh plane of the creator of all that is, the light force. This is the source of all the energy, all the healing, all the sustenance, all the love, all the abundance comes from this plane. You want to go higher in this plane and imagine that your ball of light becomes one with this energy. You become unified with it. And we always want to thank the Creator for everything, for this experience, for whatever we have. Thanking the Creator for it. And now we're going to receive some downloads, which is channels, vessels of light, of energy in our life. So we want to start with the ultimate energy, essence of the Creator, which is unconditional love. We want to meditate that unconditional love of the Creator goes from the Creator to every level of our soul, every level of our belief, every cell of our body, our aura, everything that belongs to us will be filled with Creator's perfect unconditional love. And if you want that, say yes. Now we want to bring healing from the Creator to us and also to the people that might need it. So we want to receive the healing light, instantaneous healing light of the Creator, from the Creator to every level of our belief, every cell of our body, every level of our soul, to us and our loved ones. And if you want that, we're going to also use the name Mem Hishin, the name for desire, the name for healing. So if you want to receive that light, say yes. And we want to send this light to everyone that needs it, also whoever you know in your life. And let it go directly from the light, not from you, but directly from the Creator. Next, we want to be fine-tuned with our body. We want to really feel and understand the messages that our body is telling us. How it's feeling, what it needs. Does it need more rest? Does it need more water? Does it need certain kinds of food? Does it need movement, exercise? Does it need more meditation? So if you want to be able to really feel and understand the messages that your body is sending you, say yes. And last but not least, we want to amplify our sense attribute of joy, our sense of optimism, of positivity, of being curious and adventurous about the future, and being a beacon of light into this world. So if you want that, also say yes. And then we want to, all this energy that we receive, we want to meditate, to broadcast it to the entire universe, to all the planes, all the beings, to send this light from the Creator to our entire universe. And whenever you're ready, you want to bring yourself back to your light, rinse yourself in Creator's energy, fill yourself up with it, and whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Gilad, I think you're muted still.
Thank you. I was saying it was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, and you know, there was one more thing that came to me when we were like in that space of looking at things from outside. Almost, it's also about like the food. What do we put in our body? Is there any special way we can support our body during these 3 weeks with more balanced diet or anything that we need to be aware of? I think that could be like a nice package that people can take into the next week.
It's at the end of the weeks. It's completely recommended to be vegetarian. But if you want to start now, you can also, it will also help be more on a plant-based diet instead of animal-based. So, but definitely, it's not as much recommended now, but definitely at the end. But I would recommend to start now because obviously being more on a plant-based diet only helps you be lighter, more energized, more connected to the plant kingdom, etc. So definitely a huge. Also fasting sometimes, just to give your body break that's very proactive, very, very good for your health to take either a water fast or a dry fast. Obviously, read up on it and know that you need to go into it a little bit prepared. It's not just like I just had a steak and I'm just going to fast right after. You want to ease into it with enough water, liquids, vegetables, etc. But it is something that's very powerful and so recommended now as well.
Thank you. Okay, so I should plan, I don't know, Mikki, if you will, I think I should plan at least like once a week to do the fast, 1 day fast.
Totally. If you can, I think it's an amazing practice. Amazing practice.
So maybe this is the time to start.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful, healthy week.
Amen.
Use the combination of letters that we gave you. A lot of you might be watching it as replay. Replay it as many times as you may need it or want to listen to it, and share it with people who you think might enjoy it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Have an amazing week.
Thank you. Have an amazing weekend.